Our next storyteller is Jim Petersen. I've never met Jim before tonight, but I like him. And I like him for many reasons, but I kind of like him a little bit more for this reason. So for 30 years, he was the sex editor for Playboy magazine. He gave advice to 25 million readers. And he adds this little tidbit. If you hurt yourself trying the Chinese basket trick, the statute of limitations has passed. So let's give it up for Jim Petersen. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay.
I'm sitting in front of my computer, scrolling through profiles on Match. After a 30-year absence from dating, I am back, and I have discovered that the rules have changed. Back in the day, you met lovers through friends, work, school, shared activities. Now you stare at a screen. It's like being on one side of the one-way glass at a police lineup. Number one, would you turn to the left? Number three, would you list your turn-ons and turn-offs? I am baffled by how some people present themselves. I see this profile. A woman is holding up a target, one of those human silhouettes, from a gun range, pointing to the tight cluster of shots over the heart. And what the fuck? Is she some kind of MAGA Republican trying to pick up a Proud Boy? I get lucky early on. I meet a woman that I think I could spend the rest of my life with. But that's the problem. Longevity. She tells me, my last boyfriend had a heart attack during sex. Do you realize how hot that sounds? Forget your bucket list. How about a kick the bucket list? Which brings me to the picture I'm looking at now. An attractive woman with a sort of mischievous grin on her face is pictured with her arm around a human skeleton. The skeleton has sunglasses, and I'm thinking, is that her last lover? I heart the image and make a comment, nice collarbones. We exchange messages and agree to meet. And her first question is, what was that remark about the collarbones? Was that a joke? And I say, oh no, very serious. You have great collarbones. So did the skeleton. But I worked for Playboy magazine for 30 years, and people assume that I share the magazine's appreciation of breasts and buttocks. But actually, my tastes are a little bit higher. I am attracted to a woman's collarbones, how she carries herself. And this may sound weird, but I really like the sacral dimples. She looks at me. I have sacral dimples. Would you like to know the parts of a man's anatomy that I find attractive?
Absolutely.
She goes, forearms and hands. And I go, yes, I have two of them. We talked for 3 hours. And at the end of it, she said, I have the feeling I get when I'm starting a great book, a really good book. And I think that's probably the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Things move quickly because at our age, the concept of delayed gratification carries no weight whatever. We become a couple very quickly. And I have to face that I'm haunted by the knowledge that at some point in my life, in any man's life, he will have to say, sorry, this has never happened before. We say that phrase almost every weekend, but with a slightly different inflection. Wow, this has never happened before. At our age, Our Sunday mornings, and sometimes afternoon, are a work of art. Literally. She keeps a sketchbook on the bedside table, and when we're done, she'll try to capture the certain tangle of limbs or the calm feel of a hand on a thigh. And at my house, I noticed that we used this red velour pillow for support. And one day I noticed that it had captured an almost perfect imprint of a certain part of her body. And I took a picture and had it blown up. It's framed, it's a beautiful abstract. And there are only 2 people in the world who know the meaning of that painting. We discover that we share a love of story. We start the Naked in Bed book club. Very exclusive, just 2 members. Although I think Oprah and Reese are really missing out on something. And one day I show her a tape of one of the first story slams I ever did. I never watch myself, and sitting there watching her watch this, I am mortified. I see the guy on stage, he's an old geezer, and the things I thought were like ruggedly handsome, scraggly beard, loose shirt, baggy pants. Oh my God, I have an old man's butt. And I look like a homeless person. And she says, would you like me to help with that? And she takes me shopping. And now my closet has shirts and sweaters that you can roll up, and tight-fitting pants, and 12 pairs of shoes. I got through my whole life with 2 pairs of shoes, a running shoe and a hiking boot for winter. Now I have 12 pairs of shoes, and they each have their own social calendar. You can follow my shoes on Facebook. We have been together for 7 years. There's a quote I keep on my refrigerator door from Maya Angelou. She said, "What a wonderful morning. I've never seen this one." And there are days now when I wake up and roll over and just watch her breathe and think, this has never happened before.